Thank you, beautiful gentlemen. We appreciate your presence and your light. Good morning, Unity Village Chapel. Let's bring in this morning in our sacred time together of prayer. So we pause from the world around us to tune into the world within us, allowing all that is present to be here without resistance, knowing that we are one in the one. We are one with the great Spirit of God, known by many names and needing no name at all. And we are one with each other. We are one with all life. So it is in this space that we take a deep breath and arrive. In the midst of all that may be flowing through the mind, through the nervous system, through the awareness, we simply arrive to the holy now, the one moment that we have, which is this moment of awareness. I invite us this moment into a deep moment of prayer together for each other, our community, our beloveds, our country, for all who are in suffering and fear. We fully acknowledge the energies of this moment as a collective, as a nation, as a community, as sacred individuals with open hearts, dedicated to love, and God as love in all of its forms, emanating in us, through us, and as us. So right here, right now, in your deepest way, I invite us to remember that where two or more are gathered, there is the light emanating powerfully in the midst. So we hold a deep blessing in this moment together. This blessing for order, this blessing for harmony, this blessing for healing, this blessing for unity, this blessing for love. And so it is. Amen. Good morning and welcome to this sacred sanctuary. Welcome to Unity Village Chapel. We are here to practice together. We are here to be grounded and to activate our principles together in community. If you're here for the first time, welcome, and I hope that you connect with others around you and find like-minded individuals that you can breathe into and appreciate their presence. In Unity, we believe in one power and one presence, God the good, omnipotence. We see God as love, wisdom, and divine mind. We honor all spiritual practices and the diversity of paths that lead to enlightenment and awakening. We believe that we're born blessed, and through meditation, affirmation, and prayer, we remember this truth. It is through the law of mind action that we create harmony and unity in our lives and in our world. Let's bring up our young ones to bless them. Come on up. Spirit schoolers, I love how you all run to each other in the mornings and greet each other and love each other. We are one beautiful family. You can keep it if you want. There you go. All right, let's put all of our love in our hands. Everybody, love back and forth. You're good. Together, we love you, we bless you, and we appreciate you just the way you are. And so it is.
All right, let's sing them out, everybody. Ready? Ready? This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. See you later, guys. All right, guys, let's get ready. Let's get ready for some good deep breath and get ready to release. Release that tension, release that stress, release that worry, release that fear. Because you know what? God is good and all the time. So I release and I let go. There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient, and I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you've got to let it go. Let it all go. And this is what you've got to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Oh, I said I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. Sing with me. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. Oh, there's no more struggle, no more strife. And with my faith I see the light. Oh, I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Break it down now. Oh, I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. Oh, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No, 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 no more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. Oh, I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Oh, I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yeah. Thank you, Lucas. He was dancing, man.
Thank you, Nikki, Jessica, and the guys back there. We sure appreciate you all. Oh, hi. Happy Sunday, everybody. Hi, I'm Courtney, if you haven't met me. Hi, and hi to the online community up there. Thank you. Thank you for being here with us. Okay, yeah, here at Unity, we strive to foster a sense of belonging. And one way that we do that is in our small groups and our activities that we do outside of Sunday service. And if that is something that you've been thinking about, getting connected, a way to get connected in, come stop by the welcome table and chat with me, because I'm a great person to bridge you into our community here. I have made some really great friends here, and you all are my family, my spiritual community, and we have so many awesome activities and opportunities to get connected in here. So yeah, come see me and I'll get you connected in. You're invited to download the Unity Village Chapel app from your app store. Just search for Unity Village Chapel. Once you open it, tap the OOS tab at the bottom. There you can follow today's order of service, view announcements, and stay connected. You can also share your prayer request on the prayer wall, where our ministers, prayer chaplains, and community hold sacred space with you. Please take a moment to mute your phone and anything else that might make noise. I'm going to say that one more time. Please take a moment to mute your phone and anything else that might make noise. That is in all caps with 2 exclamation points on my paper. You can't see that, so I'll clue you into that right now. Registration is available for all events on our website, the UVC app, and in the weekly e-newsletter. This is the last week to join the Spiritual Economics class, meeting Wednesdays through February 25th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. in person or online. I am part of that community, and it is really vibrant, and we have a WhatsApp community messaging thing happening, and we're meeting in person and online, and it's just been really great, really, really filling. Registration, I think I said that already, so we're just gonna, Join us for Soup Sunday today, right after service in the community center, and enjoy good soup and warm fellowship. This Friday, February 6th, is the final day to apply to serve on our Board of Trustees. For questions, speak with the board chair, Bonita Paulson. Can you give us a wave? There she is, Bonita. Or email the office. Rev Erin will lead a special Babies and Bellies blessing on Sunday, February 8th during our 10:30 a.m. service. Please bring your little ones or little ones on the way for a joyful celebration. The $10 early bird ticket discount for Women Rising Cultivate Joy has been extended through February 20th. Please make your plans to join us April 18th in the R.D. Goppert Center for speakers, lunch, and connections with local women-owned businesses and healers. Our prayer chaplain training begins in February with 2 follow-up sessions in March and April. No prior experience is needed, only to be a member and a heart for prayer and service. You'll learn sacred listening, holding spiritual space, and the fundamentals of UVC prayer chaplaincy. Full details and registration for all events are available on our website, the UVC app, and in the weekly e-newsletter. Again, if you want to stop by the welcome table, I can help you find any of those to get connected in. We now move into our giving and the reading of the daily word. We give thanks for your loving participation in the flow of divine abundance. You may give as a sustaining giver through our app and website by mail check, text to give at 816-800-9296, or by placing cash and checks in the baskets as you exit. Let us take a moment of sacred exchange to bless our gifts. Holding your offering in your hand or heart, we affirm together. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. And now I invite you to relax. Please close your eyes if that is comfortable for you as we turn to the daily word. Today, Sunday, February 1st, 2026, our word is intention. My intention is to act with love and kindness. Setting an intention, deciding at the start of the day to be loving, considerate, and compassionate, colors all my interactions and activities. It's making a commitment to myself that no matter how the day unfolds, no matter what happens, and no matter what other people may do, I will remain steadfast. I begin with God. After a time of prayer and meditation, I envision divine love opening my heart and kindness inspiring my words. The sacred connection I feel in prayer elevates me above the cares and concerns of daily life, making it easier for me to be serene and unperturbed by any irritations I encounter. My intention is to carry the gifts of spiritual living with me always, my blessings to share. I act with steadfast love, justice, and righteousness in the earth, for in these things I delight, says the Lord. Jeremiah 9:24.
The pain is something that you can't ignore. You're always wondering what the hurt is for. Your heart feels something that it can't explain. You yearn for love, but you're afraid to change. Remember, the wounded bird still sings. Remember that faith has tiny wings. Love is letting go of fear. Love is letting go of doubt. Love is letting go the chains that tie your spirit down. And love is letting go of pain. Love is learning how to dance inside the light again. You're always haunted by the love you lost. You're scared that you'll forever pay the cost. You believe this is the bitter end. Better lonely than be hurt again. Remember, there's always one more chance. Remember that love is the only dance. Love is letting go of fear. Love is letting go of doubt. Love is letting go the chains that tie your spirit down. And love is letting go of pain. Love is learning how to dance inside the light again. Inside the light again. Love with all your heart. Love with all your soul. Love with all your might. Let go.
Nikki Williams, your music, your voice, your sound, thank you for nourishing us. So let's enter a time of our mindfulness practice this morning, just getting comfortable right where we are. I'm going to share a little bit from a poetry book, Jeff Foster, The Way of Rest. And I want to open this time of mindfulness from a book just released by one of our beloved congregants, Matt Auld, who is here today, and he'll share during Soup Sunday some from his book with anyone who would like to come over. But it's a beautiful book called The Kingdom Within, Practice of Conscious Right Action. So I want to share about meditation as we Get ready for a meditation practice. It says meditation is often misunderstood as mental control or spiritual withdrawal. In truth, it is attentiveness. Prayer speaks. Meditation listens. Listening completes relationship. Stillness reveals how much noise has been carried unnoticed. This is not failure. It is exposure. Awareness learns patience as patterns surface and settle. Meditation does not eliminate thought. It changes relationship to thought. Observation replaces identification. Guidance rarely announces itself. It arrives quietly as clarity, ease, or inner assent. Fear shouts. Truth whispers. Meditation aligns awareness with the source. So we breathe into that practice of meditation, of mindfulness. Aligning ourselves with the fabric of life itself, the grand overall design, God, the good omnipotence. So we breathe into the present moment awareness, entering a state of allowing. This is the practice. As we draw in the breath, we raise the crown of the head high, and as we exhale, we just release. This present moment together creates a current. A current in which we all swirl and move and have our being. That calms the nerves, relaxes the mind, renews the senses, aligns the spirit. There's a practice in mindfulness where we dedicate our practice, our peace and calm, our love, to alleviate suffering, knowing that our intention is felt, is expressed, is received. So I share an adaptation from Jeff Foster, The Way of Rest, of his poetic writing Roots. So I invite you to connect with the universal experience right now, reflected in this poem, bringing our hearts and minds together with gentle, soft attention and intention, using this time that we are together and the power that we are together. Feel that in this moment, that power to love. As Charles Fillmore called love, the harmonizing faculty. Jeff Foster says, friend, I know your heart is broken. I know the future seems unclear to you. I know you feel the absence of answers right now. I know you feel a terrible longing for something you cannot name, but I am here with you. Let's begin where we are. Let's not focus on the thousands of steps that will come on the path, but the place where we stand on the path right now. And there is only now. Know that many others have gone through what you are going through. Know that sometimes it seems darkest before the dawn. But instead of longing for the dawn and rejecting the darkness, let us touch the dark parts with gentleness and light. Let us meet what is here, not rush towards what is not here. For even the darkest cave may contain treasure, and even the most intense and uncomfortable feelings may actually contain strange medicine. Walk your path courageously, friends, and know that your loved ones walk with you. Affirm together that we walk as one. 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 Namaste. So, friend, who wants to come up and give the message today? We're in the middle of a series based on the book Spiritual Economics. We have 2 chapters we're covering today, and we exist in a community that believes in metaphysics, that everything that's happening around us and within us is all relevant, that the world is full of divine appointments. And so we take everything that we see, we take everything before us, and we pull it into the fold, and we use it to work the principles and work the practice. So there is nothing that's going on in your mind, in your heart, in our world, in our beings that is not relevant to right here and right now. It's all welcome, it's all accepted, it's all relevant, it's all part of the practice. So I invite us to take a deep breath in and a mighty exhale. So these chapters today in spiritual economics are about practicing the deep principles, and they go beyond what they're about. What they're technically about this week is chapter 6, work and the success syndrome, and chapter 7, how to reverse financial adversity. Those are two concepts, like work, and not just work as in my job, but work as in how I express myself, how I put what I am, who I am, into motion in the world, right? How I utilize the energy that is me and how I circulate it. How I go into moments of giving and receiving in all areas of my life, in relationship and service. And financial adversity is simply about security, is it not? It's about breathing into spiritual security. The mind wants to control things. The mind wants to have answers. The mind wants to know. Is this resonating with anything that your mind is thinking these days? Right? The mind doesn't like the discomfort when it is uncomfortable, when the future is unknown, when we can't work it out, reason it out, think it out, when we have to step into the principles and step into the practice and pull it in us, to us, through us, and as us, when we have to become it. Unity principles and unity teachings are all about becoming the flow of life and teaching each one of us the practice and the principles so that we can apply them, so that we can connect with our divine nature and connect with the world around us. So I want to share with you a little bit about Eric Butterworth, and I really think that this teaching that he gives us around work and around our life force energy and the circulation of it, and around our resources and our sustenance and our safety, is very relevant to the world today, because we're asking ourselves big questions in the world today. We're asking ourselves, what are we here for? And how can we exist? How can we do this? How can we create a world that works for all? How can we be what we are here to be and create what we are here to create? Or do we have to keep living through and from the limitations of the world around us? Eric Butterworth says that our bondage in life is caused by our acceptance of erroneous beliefs. He says the most important part of learning is to dive into looking at these erroneous beliefs, as the Greek philosopher Zeno said, and to unlearn our errors. To unlearn our errors. So he asks us what we create from what we give. The German educator Friedrich Froebel said, the delusive idea that men merely toil and work for the sake of preserving their bodies and procuring for themselves bread, houses, and clothes is degrading and not to be encouraged. The true origin of man's activity and creativeness lies in his increasing impulse to embody outside of himself the divine and spiritual element within him. Do we teach this? Do we lead this in the world in these days, in these times? Do we lead with the knowing that life is about this, that it is about embodying the divine outside of ourselves and being the spiritual element in the world around us? He says it's a tremendous realization, and what if our young people came through life knowing this? That we are here to be an inlet and an outlet, to be circulating, not to think that life is happening to us and that it's drudgery and that there are limits to what we can co-create together. We are faced with this in the collective right now. He says, let your work, whatever it may be, and you replace the word work with whatever work is to you. It may just be your relationships. It may be your sacred service. It may be an actual job. It may be what's going on in the world. Whatever it may be, let your work involve being an outworking of the creative flow, engaged in through the sheer joy of fulfilling your divine nature. You will prosper, and you should do so. He goes on to say, the work in the job is the means by which you build a consciousness of giving, which in turn gives rise to an outworking or receiving flow. I remember a long time asking myself when I was going into the work world, what would I do? I always asked myself this question, what would I do if money were not an issue? And that's how I went to my first job, and that's how I went to my second job, and that's how I went to my next job. What would we do with our energy and our time if we weren't receiving anything from it, if it were just about giving? Eric Butterworth names 3 things that are important to the circulation of life flow and to the dedication of our energy. He says that we should be growing, and whatever we do, how we circulate, we should be growing. And then serving, that we're here to be serving and to be experiencing the creative flow of life. To be experiencing the creative flow of life, to let yourself, who you are, matter. How many times in this day and age and in this culture, if you think about young people graduating and you think about the world and jobs people have, how often do people set all of those things aside to just make money? Set all of those things aside to just make it, to just figure out how to fit in the world. To pay off a loan, to get the security and the stability of house and food on the table. We are facing a collective challenge these days. And it's the challenge of knowing who's and who we are and creating systems that support who we are. And in order to do that, we have to look at our erroneous beliefs. Are we allowed to be on the planet and give of our souls? Are we allowed to be on the planet and give of who we are and to be divinely compensated in the law of circulation for the flow of life that comes to us and through us and as us? Or are we going to live by the world of limitations and the belief in lack? And the belief that someone somewhere else is controlling our experience and limiting us? Or are we going to recognize that we are the force field and the faculty? You know, Eric Butterworth in the 2nd chapter, when he talks about finance, he talks about how the trends go up and down. Even the stock market can go up and down based on fear, right? Based on people's sense of security and people's sense of fear, that we're co-creating constantly. So can we step forward in making some decisions for ourselves, setting some principles in ourselves that every person on the planet, that every person in our nation, that every person in our community deserves to be an inlet and an outlet of the creative flow, that deserves to be divinely prospered, that deserves to have spiritual security? He gives us some tools and some keys. He says that on the kind of like the dark side, the tendency to deal with our work life, and I would put that into our collective way of being on the planet, our collective way of sustaining ourselves on the planet, is almost as if it were a life sentence from which we may ultimately retire as time off for good behavior. There's a tendency to deal with our work, to deal with the drudgery of life, whatever it is, almost as if it were a life sentence from which we may ultimately retire as time off for good behavior. That doesn't sound like creative flow, does it? That doesn't sound like service. That doesn't sound like growing. That doesn't sound like prospering relationships. He says, let your work, whatever it may be, be it an outworking of this creative flow, so that we may be what we are here to be. Our work, our expressions, should be an experience, he says, of growth. If you're not growing in the process, then something is wrong. He says life is a growth process, and we grow through giving. He says, when you do your work imaginatively, creatively, the work becomes more meaningful and interesting, and we become more effective in it. We can change what we do by changing our attitudes about it. And this is not limited to work. This is what's going on around us. This is what's going on in the collective, because the microcosm is the macrocosm. If this is going on within us, it's going on among us. So how can we dedicate ourselves to the upliftment of all people, of systems and structures that work? By looking at how we can circulate ourselves as soul beings. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, no matter what your work, let it be your own. No matter what your occupation, and fill in the time that you share, how you circulate your good. Let what you are doing be organic. Let it be in your bones. In this way, you will open the door by which the affluence of heaven and earth shall stream into you. He encourages us to do it for the health of our own soul, for the health of our own soul. And we need to do it for the health of the soul of our nation, do we not? For the soul of our nation, we need to be honoring the divine flow of life, that we are an inlet and an outlet of all that is God, that individuals are more than human, that individuals are expressions of spirit, expressions of source, that we each have the creative faculty and the creative force flowing through us. And that we can meet each other with that, and that there is more than enough. But we're faced with a time and with principles, and they were around in Eric Butterworth's time. All of this fear, all of these fear thoughts of limitation, of lack, of there's not enough, of I can't fit here. They were all around. They've been around since the beginning of time. They're around in the world among us, and they're around for many of us. The feelings of discomfort, the feelings of insecurity, the feelings of I don't know the next steps. I don't know how this is going to play out. Anyone have that feeling? Yes. One of the questions for our prosperity groups this week is, what false beliefs stand between you and living prosperously? What false beliefs stand between you and living prosperously? Breathe that in for a moment. Breathe it in for us as a collective. What false beliefs stand between us and living prosperously? Living abundantly. Maybe a sense of separation. Maybe a sense of us and them. Maybe a sense that this is my source or that is my source, but failing to recognize that God is my source. Maybe that there's not enough, or that there's just not enough for me. Maybe that when I receive, someone else loses. Maybe someone deserves more than me, more than us. Maybe one nation deserves more than another nation. Maybe one people deserves more than another people. What about the thought, I have nothing to give? I have nothing to circulate. Some people feel like that in their isolation, in their relationships, in their homes, alone. I am not enough. Someone, something out there is blocking my good. I'm not worthy. Maybe it's my disbelief in myself, my disbelief in us. Can we believe in the greater us? The divine that is sourcing our being into motion right here and right now. The animating faculty that is moving through life. There is an animating faculty moving through life that has no opposite. It is God, the good omnipotence. It is the very vibration, the very field of life itself. It presses into us, through us, and as us. And we, friends, are here not to stifle it, not to not believe in it, but to actually pull it in and have it guide us so that we can recreate as it is. But when we get stuck in fear and limitation or lack or separation or other, when we get caught in the world of the mind and the insecurities, we forget that there is one power and one source. that is fueling each one of us in each moment, and that we are here to co-create in its likeness, not to co-create in and after the likeness of our own human, separate sense conditions, fears, and limitations, but to create in the wondrous patterns that are available to each one of us. Eric Butterworth said this, and I think it's just so perfect for these times. He says, why not pick the most difficult thing facing you right now? Are you ready? Hey, we're here together. Did you know that? Yes. We're here together. We are here together. We have an owie. We have some owies, don't we? And we're here together. He says, why not pick out the most difficult thing facing you right now and say, I know that this is the best thing that could happen to me, to us. For I know that in the happening, there is revealed a new lesson to learn and some new growth experience. I know that within me, within us, is an unborn possibility of limitless potentialities. And this is our opportunity to begin to give birth to new ideas, new strength, and new vision. New ideas, new strength, and new vision. I accept the reality of the difficulty, but not its permanence. Let's say that together. I accept the reality of the difficulty, but not its permanence. I accept the reality of the difficulty, but not its permanence. I am not at the end of anything. Let's repeat that together. I am not at the end of anything. The divine is so divine in each moment, speaking through each moment with power. I know that in the movement of it has come to pass, something wonderful is on its way to me, far surpassing anything I have ever known before. So I think we can all agree that there are systems within us, systems among us that have to do with our peace of mind, with our security, with being an inlet and an outlet of all that is God, with being in the flow of life, with having a life and co-creating a life where we can sustain ourselves, where we can prosper by our growth, through our creativity, and through service. Should not everything be service? I want to bring back Mr. Rogers. Like Mr. Rogers meets Gandhi, meets Martin Luther King, meets the highest in every single mind. Isn't everything that we're here to be meant to be service? Service to the soul. Service to recreating and demonstrating the patterns of the divine within us and among us. Eric Butterworth says, the whole universe is on your side, guiding your hands, directing your footsteps in the way you go. He goes on to say, infinite mind will always regulate your affairs. Infinite mind will always regulate your affairs, so that you may have what is yours to have, so that you can sing your song. Sing your song. We are here as individuals and as a collective to be singing our songs. Where it doesn't feel like we're singing a song, we have come to bring harmony. We have come to write the lyrics. We have come as the instrument. And so it is. Namaste.
All right. All right. Are you ready to be the instrument? Are you ready to be that instrument? Are you ready? That's what I'm looking for, because you are full of wonder. beats the night. I'm not afraid of thunder. I am full of light. I am full of wonder. Whoa, 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 I ain't falling under. Whoa, 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 I am full of wonder. Though our feet might ache, the world's upon our shoulders. No way we gonna break, 'cause we are full of wonder. Whoa, 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 we are full of wonder. Whoa, 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 we are full of wonder. Oh, this light is contagious. Go tell your neighbors, just reach out and pass it on. Oh yeah, this light is contagious. Go tell your neighbors, just reach out and pass it on. Oh yeah, this light is contagious. Go tell your neighbors, just reach out and pass it on. Oh yeah, this light is contagious. Go tell your neighbors, just reach out and pass it on. Whoa, 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 we ain't falling under. Whoa, 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 we are full of wonder. When everything seems wrong and darkness falls upon you, just try sing along. This is a message from Cabana. Oh, if your heart turns blue, I want you to remember that this song is for you. Oh, and you are full of wonder. Oh, whoa, 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 we ain't falling under. Whoa, 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 we are full of wonder. Whoa, 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 we ain't falling under. Whoa, 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 we are full of wonder. Oh, we are full of wonder, yeah, yeah, yeah. You are full of wonder.
Oh, thank you so much to our UVC band. We got Joe Cartwright, Steve Ragazzi, Todd Gillette, Nikki Williams, and Jessica Dolan for today's beautiful music. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And also thank you to Rev Erin for reminding us that we have the ability to create a world that works for all through our limitless potentialities, and that the whole universe is on our side. Yes, amen. It takes a village to create this service, and we're grateful for everyone who makes it happen. We have a slide here showing everybody here that helps and contributes their time in service. Our prayer chaplain today is Kristen. She's here and available after service to pray with you. And because of Soup Sunday, the in-person deep dive will not be taking place today. However, the Zoom interactive deep dive begins right after service. If you joined on Zoom, you're already there. Otherwise, look for the link in the virtual sanctuary tab on our website, unityvillagechapel.org. We really hope you join us for Sunday Soup. It's just right across the lawn here. We can get you over there if you're not sure where you're going, but we have plenty of food. Everyone's welcome. We really hope you can make it over there for community connection and just fellowship. If you are visiting, please stay connected through our 10:30 live stream and have a heart for keeping UVC services. Would like to support. You're invited to join 5 to Thrive with an ongoing gift of $5 weekly or each month or even annually. At the welcome table, you can pick up a daily word, purchase music CDs, and sign up for our classes and events. Now, let's give our musicians one more round of appreciation as we stand and sing the peace song and recite the prayer for protection.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is.
And all is swell.
All right.